Series. This is the last interview of week 5, and I'm joined by Cop and Ed with a duo lane for Curse, who've just been victorious. It's 2-0 today, 2-1 for the weekend. So first of all, congratulations. Edward, I want to start with you. First of all, you had to come to America and I had to come to America before you could do an interview with me, so thank you for doing it. How are you enjoying the States? How are you enjoying the NALCS?
I enjoy LCS. It's kind of equal with Europe LCS. But I don't like to live in Las Vegas. It's so hot for me.
Too hot, not like Russia.
Yeah.
Talk to me about adapting to the American play style. Is it very different to what you're used to from Europe and from the EU LCS?
I think it's equal. Like Europe and NA play totally equal games. Like it's a bit different peaks, but I think I'm fine from first day.
Well, it's awesome to actually finally get to talk to you in English on the interview couch.
Okay.
Let's talk about the game for a second, Cop. You guys played now a game against Dignitas. It was very slow-paced for a very long time. I think there was 3 kills by 30 minutes. What happened that you guys were able to take control and actually pick up that win?
Well, we picked up the first dragon, so we swapped that for a tower top. And us losing the 2 towers top allowed Lee Sin to free farm and just freeze the wave. And we knew we had a better late game comp and team fighting comp, so we just focused on farming. I realized I was 30 CS ahead of Graves all game. Lee Sin was 30 CS ahead of Zed all game. And so we just focused on really just getting picks and just farming up.
I want to talk to you about your Drivein as well, because it's something that we've been quite vocal about. We've been talking about that you've picked up slightly more aggressive champions and switched into it. We've seen Flash stand asides with Drivein to less effect yesterday. It worked out today really well. How's it been transitioning to these more aggressive champions?
I think Drivein is kind of a champion you need to pick up, just because right now he's so strong. The bleed is super powerful in any lane, and he just does too much damage in our play.
So how difficult was it learning it? Is it quite different to your usual playstyle, for example?
5 games of solo queue.
5 games.
It's pretty simple.
Just make everybody hate themselves on stream. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Edward, talk to me now a little bit about playing with Cop, because it's been very new. You guys have only been playing together for 5 weeks, and there's been a lot of talk from Curse, from all the team, talking about communication and talking about training. So how have you trained with Cop specifically?
Well, when I moved to NA, it's really no problem to talk in game. It's English in game is so poor. You don't need to talk much. But the first weeks I was laughing to Cop plays sometimes. But now it's fine. He makes good calls, good plays. I like it.
Oh, that's awesome. How much of an impact do you guys have in the lane? Who's driving? Who makes the calls? Who says let's go, let's fight? For example, Cop.
Probably Edward. He usually plays either Thresh or Leona, and he's I'm gonna go on him, and I just follow him up.
Over on this side, you haven't been able to play as much Thresh as maybe you'd like to. Are you starting to learn any other champions at all, or are you just still sticking to Thresh and Sona?
Well, I don't think my Thresh is good now. I missed every hook. I have no idea.
Well, at least you're able to still pick up a win, when you do play him every now and again.
I'm trying to pick up Nami, but it's too hard for me. I'm trying to kill, but I'm dying all the time.
You can't kill secure with Nami.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me about the team right now. Curse is currently 6 wins, 9 losses. With the victory you've just picked up against Dignitas, they're now 7 and 8. So you guys are about 3 or 4 games away from catching up. In terms of your head-to-head record, you're 2-0 against them. So how do you prepare for the rest of the split, still planning to make playoffs?
Just aim for wins. If we just pick up our game, I feel like we're going to be a lot stronger now, just because we had a pretty big meeting last night and we learned what we had to do to win. And so if we just focus on that, I think we can easily take top 3, just because everyone's so close right now.
Talk to me really quickly. When you say learn what you have to do to win, what do you mean by that? Are you talking team dynamics? Are you talking in-game decisions? Give us a little more insight.
Basically just trusting the shot caller and going with any plan that he calls.
Okay, so trusting the shot caller. Edward, what's it like, in terms of the team dynamic in Curse in comparison to Gambit, for example? Is it very different with in-game shot calling, with management of, say, the in-game decision-making?
When I play Gambit, the shot caller, it's almost jungler, right? He makes a decision where he will go, push or dev the lane when 1v2. If you ask Diamond to come and push lane, and he think he have to go and help another guy, he will do what he wants, not what we ask him. But if I ask Sane to come, he'll come, and he don't ask me. I mean, he doing what we tell him.
Well, that's really good to hear. Cop, for the last question before we start to wrap up the day, talk to me what it's like about being under so much pressure, because Curse is a team that's right up there in the upper echelons, and Reddit, Twitter, all of that, there's always feedback. I'm going to use that term. You know, what's it like when in your shoes dealing with that?
Yeah, I got like a lot of hate recently, like the first 3 weeks, because I was kind of underperforming, and I just try best to ignore it and just read Twitter for like the fans that actually support me. And
Well,
it's really helpful.
It's really great to see both you guys actually talking about these things with smiles on your faces, because it is a difficult thing. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. 2-1 on the weekend. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to slowly start wrapping up. Going to throw this